And the music is so bizarre. Music is garbage.
We have a plate with hay on it. We have a potato chip on top of everything on the plate. We have some salt.
So you get an egg and a potato chip, and that'll be €450. This is a scam. I was checking out their... I'll show you their menu in a little bit here after I'm done with the video. This is the ultimate deep dark chant. Check it out. Mega Los Scamos the second. All right, man, I'll check it out. Look at this. You got some leaves over here. You got an egg and a piece of hay. Now, I can tell you right now, as someone who's been raising my own eggs for about 3 years now, I can tell you right now that eggs are not that expensive. You pay, like, if you want to get a good bag of feed, you pay like $17 for a 50-pound bag of feed. That feed should last you for about a month. So really, you're paying $17 to $20 a month for feed. But you're getting, I mean, depending on how many chickens you have, let's say you have like 15 hens and they're all in their prime. I mean, you're going to be getting 14, 15, maybe even 16 eggs a day. Well, you said 15 hens. How can you get 16 eggs? A young hen will pop out 2 eggs a day sometimes, and that's not as uncommon as you think. And so you're getting a ton of eggs. And as your chickens get older, they're going to lay less and less. So let's say you get, with 15 hens, let's say you get 6 eggs a day, 7, 8 eggs a day. You're still getting a lot of freaking eggs. So this egg that you're looking at right now, this egg costs probably like 8 cents. This is an 8-cent egg on some hay that you can buy at the farmer's shop, the feed store. You buy it at the local feed store, and you got some leaves here that he says that he foraged them. All right, so you got free leaves that you foraged. You got some hay that you bought at your local feed store, whatever, wherever that may have been. I don't know what they do over there in Denmark. And then you have an egg that costs about 8 cents, and then he's going to charge you a whole bunch of money for this. This is a scam. And then you have the critics, the food reviewers that come along and they say, oh, this is the greatest restaurant in the world. The food reviewers are in on the scam. The food reviewers are in on the scam, everybody. But let's listen to some more of this.
And then a wild duck egg.
A wild duck egg. Sorry, not a chicken egg. So it's not 8 cents. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's probably like 9 cents. All right, let's hear some more.
And then we have our herb box. Or
right.
herb plate, you could say.
Of course.
With the wild ramsons that we picked from the forest the other day. Some spinach leaves. And then just a small selection of all the wild...
Some leaves, right. Some little micro leaves. Tiny little leaves. It's enough to feed a mouse. It's not even enough to feed a mouse. Let's be real here. You got some leaves. Some spinach. You buy it at the store. You get it at the local farmer's market. You buy it at the local farmer's market. You get some spinach. It's some spinach and an egg. I'm going to charge you €450 for that. And the reviewers are going to say that I'm the greatest chef in the world.
Plants that grows in the forest right now. And the dish is a dish that the guests have to cook themselves.
Oh my God! Here's an egg and some leaves, and you gotta cook it yourself, and we're gonna charge you an arm and a leg. We're gonna charge you €400. Now let's look at the menu here. I gotta show you guys the menu. Look at this menu. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. This is the official website for Noma. Noma, that's the name of this restaurant. Look at this menu. Look at this menu. Menu. 3,950 DKK. Okay, I don't know what that is in USD. Let's look at that real quick here. Hold on. Danish krone to USD. So hold on. How much is it? 3,950. All right, so let's look at the Danish krone. 3,950. $577.33. Oh my God. And you have to cook it yourself. Let's look at more of this menu. Wine pairing, 2,000 Danish krone. What's that in USD? What's that in American? $292 for some wine. Juice pairing, $1,500. I mean, this is a scam, guys. Absolute scam. Menu with wine pairing package, $6,150. A lot of money. It's a lot. I don't know what that exactly is in American, but I can tell you right now, it's a lot of money. Menu with juice pairing package. But this is not a scam, everybody. It's fine dining. No, this is literally the definition of a scam. It's called that because after you eat there, you won't have Noma money. Oh my God, that was brilliant. You ain't gonna have Noma money. Look at this. Wine for hundreds of dollars for some wine. Guys, just go. There's a great winery. There's an amazing winery here in the United States. It's called Costco. It's called Costco. All right, here we go.
We will take a hot plate that's 280 degrees hot. It's measured out by us. We'll put it onto the slightly wet hay. Then the guests simply are instructed to cook the dish themselves. You'd be surprised on how many people that have.
Wow. And this guy is Bosnian, by the way, so you know how he thinks, right? You know, a lot of these Eastern people, when they go to northern countries or when they go to Western countries, do you know how they think? I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. When Eastern people go into Western countries, many of them look at Western people and say, these people are so stupid, how can we screw them? How can we get money out of them? A lot of them think this way. A lot of them think this way. I'm not joking. A lot of these people think this way. This guy came from Bosnia as a kid. He went to Denmark. He thinks, how dumb are these people? How can I scam them? I'm going to put an egg on some hay, and then I'm going to tell them to cook the egg, right? Yeah, and then I'm going to tell them that you're paying for an experience. Yeah, you're paying for an experience. Yes, absolutely. Look how freaking evil he looks evil, this guy. He has some weird, crazy eyes.
Hasn't cracked an egg before. So
there you go. There you go. He's like, you'd be surprised how many people have not cracked an egg. In other words, you know how dumb these people are? We just tell them to crack the egg themselves. And then we watch them trying to crack the egg. And then we charge them lots and lots of money. How funny. How funny. Look at this bug-eyed degenerate. He's telling people to... I love it. It's so funny. I don't even feel sorry for the people who eat at this. I don't feel sorry for them. They deserve what they're getting.
People, it gives them a little sweat on their forehead, but if it's a group of people, it creates dialogue, interaction.
Wow. Dialogue and interaction. By the way, these are potato chips. Oh, that's what you're paying money for. So you're paying money for some potato chips that look like the chips that you get in the big bag at Costco. They call it kettle chips, which is like what? You pay $8 and you get yourself a giant bag of kettle chips, and they look kind of like this. They're like Lay's potato chips, but better, and they're a little bit healthier for you, but they're better quality because they cook them in a kettle, whatever that means. And yeah, that's what this guy puts on some hay. So you're getting a plate of hay with some potato chips that you can buy in a giant bag at Costco. And then he tells you to crack the egg yourself, and you're paying for an experience, and you're also paying for dialogue, for community. That's what you get here. Yes, €450 for dialogue and community. That's right. Let's hear some more of this.
Smiling. In a way, we're also showing how easy food can be if you have timing and you have a thought behind it.
Wow.
Once they have added the hay oil to the pan, they crack the egg, and then they start the timer. Wow. It's on 2 minutes. I am the guest right now. Once the 2 minutes.
That's an 8-cent egg, by the way. Not even 8 cents, maybe even less than that. Because this is an older video. This is from 2010. Oh, damn. So this is from over a decade ago. So that egg is probably like 3 cents. Super cheap egg. But you're paying for an experience, everybody. That's right.
Are gone. They add this thyme butter to the pan.
Wow, butter. Wow. So fancy, guys. Wow. I am just absolutely astounded. I am flabbergasted. This is just profound. Butter, everybody. Butter. I've never seen this before, ever. I have never in my life seen this before. This is just amazing.
Then they cook the spinach leaves and the wild ramp leaves. Then they're instructed not
leaves, okay.
to do anything else. we keep an eye on when they crack the egg, and then we start our timer to 3.5 minutes. And when our timer in the kitchen is 3.5 minutes out, we come with a sauce and we pour over a wild ramson sauce.
Wild ramson sauce. So basically he just takes some leaves from some herb and then he mixes it with some olive oil and then he puts it in a blender. He just blitzes it in a blender and gives it a fancy name. And then he just pours it on the egg and then he charges you $100. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant way to make money off of a bunch of idiots.
Finally, the guests, they take all these small wild
flowers. Don't forget the flowers, guys. Very expensive. Yeah, that's very, very expensive. Wow, I've never seen this before,
plants
ever.
And sprinkle all over this egg dish. And then crumble over the potato chips.
You know what? That's right. Once a week, every Friday, I spend my Friday nights promoting what? Community and dialogue. And that's why we talk about Croatian people every Friday night. Because we're all about that community and dialogue. You're paying for an experience. I made up this bullshit on the toilet. Speaking gibberish. Yeah. He looks more German than Bosnian. That's probably because he's been pretty much raised in Denmark. So he's been Denmarkanized. Oh, we got ourselves another Balkan war. Look what I've started here. This is the dialogue that I start. This is the community and the dialogue that I'm promoting. Healthy conversation, healthy dialogue, healthy discourse between Balkan people. And look what I started here. We got the Romanians and the Croats pissed off at each other already. But I'm here to promote peace. I want peace between the Balkaners. Teo, you speak about Croatia like you know much. Less generalization, please. Oh, I'm so... hold on. What did I say that was wrong? I can't believe there's people dumb enough to actually pay. Yep. What did I say that was wrong about Croatia? I said the Ustasha, right? The Ustasha did not the Ustasha butcher hundreds of thousands of people? Seriously, everybody, this is a historical fact. Give me a break. In 90s Poland, I could have meals like that made at home for free, paying for the experience of being a sucker. Hold on, Polish people wouldn't eat stuff like this, would they? Polish people eat like boiled eggs and beetroot soup and all that stuff, right? But do Polish people eat stuff like this with eggs and like herbs and stuff like that? Theo's Bar and Cafe the Burdock would never peddle such nonsense. Absolutely. I have more respect for people than to do something like this. You keep accusing whole nation. No, I'm not. I'm not accusing... Ustasha. Did not the Ustasha... And are there not people in Croatia who actually... praise the Nazis who did that, like in Ukraine? It's just a simple question. I never once said all Croats are Nazis. It's all because of the freaking eggs. Paying for these yeah, I know. Oh, that's over. Oh, there's more. There's more to this. Hold on. Here's a 2,222 euro lunch in Spain, everybody. It gets worse. Here we go. Let me play this for you guys. This is hilarious. This is just hilarious. Let me get this thing just right. Smaller percentage than in America. I never got any not necessarily anti-Semitic. I think the Croats were more focused on killing Serbs than they were on killing Jews, if I'm not mistaken. All right, here we go. Let's watch this. 2,222 euros for this food, everybody. I'm not joking. Let's listen to this.
One of the most beautiful locations on earth has got to be Côte d'Azur, the French Riviera. The place to be for sun, sea and luxury. Cannes, Nice, Monaco are all here. And so is our restaurant for today, the world famous Mirazur. In this channel, I take you to some of the world's most exclusive 3 Michelin star restaurants. My name is Alexander, I'm the co-owner of a 1 Michelin star restaurant. Welcome to Alexander the Guest. Mirazur loosely translates to look at the blue.
Wow, how profound that is. Look at the blue. Mira azul, Mirazur, mira azul. Azul is blue in Spanish. Mira is look.
With this view, it's hard not to.
Wow.
Mirazur.
Believe it or not, this is so stupid, guys. Look at the view. Look, it's such an experience. Let's look at that view again. That stupid view. Guys, let me tell you guys something. I went to Spain. This restaurant's in Spain. I went to Spain back in 2015. How do I say this? How do I put it to you guys in a simple way? I went to this restaurant on the freaking beach view, okay? Looking at the ocean, looking at the Mediterranean Sea. And I paid like $4, 4 euros. And for 4 euros, do you know what I got? Do you know what I got? I got a giant platter of sea freshly caught from the ocean. Sardines, squid, different types of fish, all in one giant platter. $4, 4 euros. So 5 something in USD. On the beach! This dude is spending, look at the title, 2,222 euros. And at this restaurant, like, look at the view. It's not even on the beach. It's not even on the beach, guys. It's not even on the beach. The restaurant I went to in Spain, it was right on the beach. Right on the beach. And I got myself beautiful, fresh fish caught from the sea. It's a scam. It's just a huge scam.
Mirazur is the work of chef Mauro Colagreco. He was born in Argentina in 1976, the Italian parents.
Argentina.
When he became a chef, he came to France to learn from the greats. After living in Paris, Colagreco decided to slow things down a bit and open a restaurant here in Menton. Chef believes in an ultra-short supply chain. They grow most of the ingredients. The vegetable garden has 30 types of tomatoes alone. Everything harvested and served in the shortest possible time frame. That means the mushroom
pumpkins, green onions. I think I'm seeing some lettuce. This looks like lettuce here. And what else do we got? Tomatoes. Yep, that sounds about right. That's 2,000 euros for that. That sounds about right.
Mirazur opened in 2006 and got its first Michelin star within a year. In 2012, it got the second. It got the third in 2019. That year, I visited for the first time. This was a big year for Colagreco, as Mirazur was named #1 in the world.
Number one? So, so they said the same thing about Noma. Noma's greatest restaurant on earth. Now Mirazur. I just thought of something. Mira means look in Spanish. Mierda means shit in Spanish. I think it's the same in French. Mierda. Mierda Azur. Yeah, Mierda Azur over here. So let's see what we're going to spend over 200 euros for. Let's see what we're going to spend this.
50 best restaurants.
Wow.
The menu here is really unique because there is none. Root vegetables, leafy vegetables, flowers, and fruit. These are the themes that rotate according to the moon and stars.
Wow.
On the website, you can.
It's very sophisticated, everybody. It's not just food, everybody. It's food that's dedicated to the moon and the stars. We track the moon and the stars like Christopher Columbus did when he's on the ship. Like Christopher Columbus did when he was on the ship looking for Cuba, when he was looking for the New World, when he found America. That's how we found it. The very stars that guided Christopher Columbus guides us in this restaurant, and that's why we charge you 2,000 euros. Somebody got to pay money for all of this very, very sophisticated stuff. You don't understand the power. You don't understand the wisdom that we're emanating from our minds when we make this food, everybody. That's why we're charging you 2,000 euros. That's why. In fact, we could charge you more. But we charge you less. Because what we're giving you is so good, so sophisticated, so beyond your feeble little mind, okay? So it transcends so much your mind, everybody. So beyond your own comprehension. So beyond your own comprehension. You will never understand it. We could charge you $1 million for this, but we charge you $2,000. Why? 2,000 euro. Why? Because we actually have compassion. We have compassion, okay? And we have humanity. We don't want to rip people off. We could have charged you more. Somebody had to pay for all this. Somebody had to pay for all this wisdom. Somebody got to pay for all this hard work. Somebody got to pay for all this knowledge. We go deep, okay? We transcend humanity. We go to the archives of human knowledge. The very stars, the very moon that guide the Christopher Columbus, that guide the Aztecs, the Maya, that guide every civilization that ever existed in human history. Guide this restaurant, everybody. It guide the restaurant. Somebody got to pay for all this. Who going to pay? Who going to pay? We have a grand wizard who live in the back of the restaurant. He talked to the stars. He talked to the moon every night. He tell us what to do. He actually writes the menu. Who going to pay for all that? Who? You tell me who. Who going to pay for all of it? Who going to pay for all of it? You tell me. You tell me who going to pay. You? You're not going to pay. You're going to give me 2,000 euro. But most of it goes to the wizard in the back. That's right. Most of it goes to the wizard in the back. I'm not playing around. This is not bullshit. Oh shit, man. We got the Balkan War going on, man. We got Croatia versus Macedonia. Oh shit. This is dialogue right here. Dude, we're gonna solve world peace. We're solving world peace up in this bitch, man. I ain't playing around. Y'all. We're solving world peace up in here. Macedonia and Croatia, they're ironing out their problems. Pretty soon, all we need is America and Canada, man. We got to get some Canadians up here. Then we'll really have some world peace. KKK Grand Wizard. The dialect, yep, that's a mafia dialect. Portugal is very good at seafood. Oh, I'm sure it is. Spain also, yeah, they're all near the ocean. Suckery at its finest, absolutely. Europeans are masters at it. Guys, Indians, I know there's a lot of Indian scammers out there, but here's the thing. Those Indian scam artists, they fail most of the time. Indian scammers, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing on European scammers. Nothing. European scammers are much smarter. They come along and they're like, we have here the finest herbs, the finest ingredients ever. You don't understand. This is growing in the finest soil from the very volcanic rock that erupted when Pompeii was destroyed. The ashes that fertilize the soil for the food you're eating actually has pieces of the burnt flesh of the people of Pompeii who were burned alive by the volcanic rock that erupted here 2,000 years ago. You don't understand this level of sophistication. Like European, come on. No one has shit on the Europeans when it comes to scamming. All these Americans go to Europe and they're like, wow, volcanic rock wine. I hear that it's fertilized by the burnt ashes of people who were burned alive in Pompeii 2,000 years ago. Pompeian wine. I can taste the burnt. I can taste their screams. It's so amazing. Wow. Brilliant. What war, Ted? I was just talking with Croat. You tripping. Yeah, but there's some Balkan dialogue going on right now. So Balkan people really hate each other. So the way the Balkans work is everybody hates the Serbs, right? So Croatians, Bosnians, Albanians, Bulgarians, they all hate the Serbs from what I understand. So if we can just get Balkan people to start talking, that's actually one step forward. So we're actually making progress at this point. Ted, I don't have the heart to tell you. They're just wishing each other a good night. Oh, zdravo. Okay. We go deep inside your wall. That's a good one. Yeah. Oh, damn, dude. It's hilarious. Didn't that one chef who taught Gordon Ramsay and is the youngest chef to get 3 Mitch stars give them back because it's all bull? Yup. Yeah, you know who runs Michelin? The Michelin Tire Company. So why in the hell is a tire company determining which restaurant is the best? And a lot of these restaurants, when they say this is the best restaurant in the world, that's a scam. That's a lie, because the greatest restaurant in the world is McDonald's. No joke, and everybody knows this. The greatest restaurant in the world is McDonald's. There is no restaurant greater than McDonald's. The greatest restaurant in the world is McDonald's. And everybody shits on McDonald's. Everybody and their mama shits on McDonald's, but they all know that shit's the bomb. They all know that stuff is the bomb. How do I know this? Let me tell you guys something from experience. I went to Mexico. Do you know the one restaurant that everybody wanted to go to in Mexico? McDonald's. Absolutely, McDonald's. And do you know how people thought of McDonald's? They said McDonald's, that's for the rich folks. That's what they would tell me in Mexico. They said McDonald's, that's for the rich folks. If you went to McDonald's, that was a status symbol. you were seen as high status. You were seen as a high status person. A man walks into a McDonald's and gets himself a Big Mac. That's a high value male right there in Mexican culture. That's a high value male right there. He orders Big Macs and a fries, and he slaps some fried chicken on top of that, some chicken nuggets. High status male right there. No cap. I'm starting to sound like a damn Zoomer. No cap. We go in there lit. Yeah, some Zoomer talk. I went to Italy. Do you know the one restaurant in Italy that was packed all the time? Now, you would see all the Italian restaurants galore. Italian restaurants everywhere. Every block had like 10 pizzerias. Everywhere you went, every corner, gelato, pasta, pizza, gelato, pasta, pizza, gelato. Do you know you would see these restaurants empty? They would have like 5 people. Sometimes you would see one guy. I remember walking down. I went to this one place called San Marino. It's supposedly not a part of Italy. They say, San Marino, that's a country. We're not part of Italy. What language do you speak? Italian? Where are we in the map right now? We're in Italy. Okay, we are in Italy. They say, oh, this is a country. Yeah, your country's got like 20 people. So I was in San Marino at night, walking around at night in the middle of San Marino. Nobody around. I feel like I'm in a ghost town. I walk past this lonely pizzeria. They got one German dude outside of the restaurant sitting on a table eating a pizza with a knife and a fork. Some German dude who looks like he's a member of the EU Parliament with a fitted suit eating a pizza with a knife and a fork. That's who was eating at that place. Do you know which restaurant was always packed full of people? Do you know which restaurant was always crowded, jam-packed, no matter what time it was? McDonald's. McDonald's is the greatest restaurant in the world. It's not Nona's. It's not this fucking shit that I'm looking at right now. It's McDonald's. This is the greatest restaurant in the world. The only reason why you say that is because it appeals to your sick elitism, and you think that you're like in a special plane of existence because you eat at this fucking restaurant that most people can't afford. Is bullshit. The best restaurant in the world is McDonald's. Okay, KFC is right up there as well, but McDonald's, it's always freaking packed. Israel Project. I literally have read your messages. You told me the same thing 3 times already. I can read English. Okay, music time. I get it. It's going to come. Relax. I am right now in a vibe. I'm in a roll right now. I'm talking about this other stuff. You want to talk about music? That's fine. We're going to get to that point. Let me do my thing. This is the live stream that I do every Friday. Didn't know Mexico was such a shithole. Even here, McDonald's is a synonym for shit food. That is. See, you're just saying that. You're just saying that right now because your ethnic national pride is kicking in right now. Because you don't like the fact that I said that McDonald's was the most popular restaurant in a country that neighbors with the Balkans. Because when we're talking about Italy, we're like one step away from Serbia, right? You guys are right next to each other, right across the sea. This is the reason why when you read the Aeneid by the Aeneas by Virgil. The Aeneid by Virgil, ancient Roman book on like how Rome was founded and all that. This is why when you read the Aeneid by Virgil, it says that when the Trojans escaped Troy after Troy was destroyed by the Achaean Greeks or whatever they were called, where did those Greeks go? The Trojans, they fled to the Balkans, and then they crossed the sea and they were in Italy. That's how close Italy is to the Balkans. I was in a car that drove. We were driving right next to the Adriatic Sea. I could literally see the Adriatic Sea. I'm like, oh shit, right across the sea is Serbia and Croatia and all the rest of them. So when we're talking about Italy, we're getting very close to your territory. So now your ethnic national pride is kicking in. Like, oh fuck, we don't eat that shit over here. Nah, hell no, man. Here in Croatia, we're eating kebabs. We're eating like arvash, eggplant with tomato, ajak, whatever the hell you guys call it. I know what you Balkan people eat. I can almost guarantee you, if I took a trip to Zagreb, which I never will, but if I ever took a trip to Zagreb, I can almost guarantee you McDonald's is packed. McDonald's tastes like paper. You're just deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself, everybody. You're not deceiving me. Everybody, oh, McDonald's is good. Let me tell you guys something. What country in the world is one of the biggest concentrations for revenue for McDonald's? Which country in the world has one of the highest concentrations of revenue for McDonald's? Which country is it? Oh, is it Mali? No. Is it Mexico? No. Is it Argentina? No. Is it Burkina Faso? No. Is it New Zealand? No. You know which country it is? The last country you would suspect. France. France has one of the highest concentrations of popularity for McDonald's in the world. Everybody, a huge concentration of McDonald's money comes from France. France is one of the biggest customers, one of the biggest consumers for McDonald's, everybody. The freaking French. All right. And the Frenchies are always talking about how they have the best food in the world. And we have the best food. Parlez-vous français, we have the best food in the world. We're the best. We're French. Blablabla, pepe le pew, and all this crap. They eat McDonald's more than most people in the world. McDonald's is huge. And when McDonald's entered France for the first time, do you know what happened when McDonald's first entered France? All the French chefs got together. All the French chefs, the French pepe le pew, le pois, le pew, le pois, le croix, le pew, le révolution, le dignity, liberté, le pois. All the French chefs got together and they protested to the government, and they were urging the government to literally ban McDonald's so that because they said it's going to destroy the culture. It's going to destroy the French culture. McDonald's going to destroy. It's going to ruin the French culture. Now they're saying the migrants are going to destroy the French culture. Before they were saying McDonald, the Big Mac was a threat to their. That's how brittle. That's how brittle and fragile the French culture is. They were saying that the Big Mac was going to destroy the French culture. You know what? Fuck French culture, all right? Y'all, the French culture is based on the French Revolution, where millions of people were butchered and beheaded and put on ships and drowned because they were against the stupid gay revolution that the Voltaire and all those assholes were pushing. And then they talk about the French culture, the French Revolution, Napoleon, basically all this bullshit that led to millions of people dying. That's part of the French culture. And they were intimidated by what? They were intimidated by what? The Big Mac. The Big Mac was the biggest threat to their stupid culture. So all these French chefs were like, it's going to destroy the culture. What about the French culture? What about the French culture? It's going to destroy. No, what they were really trying to say is it's going to ruin our money. That's what it was. It was going to ruin our money. It's going to ruin our money, our cash flow, our business, our revenue. It was a threat to their income. And you know what happened? You know what the French government did? It gave the middle finger to all these French chefs, allowed McDonald's to spread its locations in France, and dominated the country. Dominated the country. That's right. And all the Frenchies are eating Big Macs now. Ooh, that's right. That's the American empire doing its thing right there. Oh, yeah, USA all the way. That's that American empire right there doing its thing. They're going to destroy the French culture. Asshole, America saved you. If it wasn't for America, you'd be speaking German. So the last thing that you can do is allow people to eat Big Macs. You're eating a Big Mac, that's the taste of freedom right there. That is the taste of freedom right there. Let me tell you guys something about the French culture, okay? They cook a chicken in like 12 sticks of butter, and they're like, that'll be €100. And you want a glass of wine? That's €500 right there. You think you can buy with $5 for good classic wine? No, this is not bullshit. The French chefs formed a guild. Yup, they did. That's right. They formed a guild. French eating them freedom fries. Apparently, French dressing is in the big. That's right. Yep, that's right. It's just as French as it is American. They all closed down 10 years. Okay, the French fries are less popular than American fries, even in France. Delicious LML LeMayo serves the French right. Yep, F them. La tragic and comedic at the same time. McDonald's add other fast food as the common people's food and others. People love to bash McDonald's, but then they eat there. That's right. You're supposed to say it's crap. Yep, you're supposed. You know what McDonald's is? McDonald's is Nickelback. Everyone says Nickelback sucks, but everyone still listens to Nickelback. Everyone still listens to Someday, How You Remind Me, Photograph. Everyone's listening to that music still. Creed, the same thing. Oh, Creed sucks. They're still listening to Creed. People are still listening to Creed. But why do people say that it sucks? Because like you said, they're supposed to say that. They're expected to say that. McDonald's is the best restaurant in the world. Who's making more money? McDonald's or because they have more locations. Why do they have more locations? Because they're successful. Why are they successful? Because it's good. McDonald's and other fast food is the common people's food, blah, blah, blah. The French fries, blah, 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 blah. Read all this stuff. Ted, do you. That, exactly, that's right. We're here for the stream. I'm here to talk to you guys. I'm not just here to listen to music. I remember living in Prague. At KFC was considered gourmet food. That's right. That's absolutely right. Didn't know Mexico was such a shit, blah, blah, blah. The fact that you think McDonald's is edible, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anything about food because I think McDonald's is, I don't know anything, even though I've been cooking for myself for most of my life. I don't know anything about food. I don't know anything. Palestinian cuisine, which I've been living off of for most of my life. All of my life, actually. My father's Palestinian. Palestinian food and Croatian food aren't that different, by the way. And you know why Croatian food and Palestinian food are so similar? It's because Croatia was... Balkan culture was dominated by Ottoman culture, and a lot of the food that comes from the Middle East you can find in the Balkans. So Balkan food and Middle Eastern food are pretty much the same thing. How do I know this? They're very similar. I'll just put it that way. One of the reasons why I know this is because I had a Croatian priest. And you know what he would do? He would come over because he had to live in some house that they gave to the priest, and they would feed him shit. They were feeding him like MRE military food. They were giving him food that they give to people in the cafeteria and in school. He was living off of public education cafeteria food, okay? Garbage. He was living off of garbage. The priests around him were all dying from disease. Like his roommates who were all priests, one had diabetes, two of them had heart disease, another one had whatever, because they were living off of chemicals. So he would literally come to my house, sometimes uninvited, because he would tell me, I'm starving. They're feeding me poison. I don't want to die of diabetes. So we would make him food. And what would we make him? We would make him Palestinian food. We'd make him Palestinian kebabs, baba ganoush, all that stuff. And you know what he would tell us? He would say, this is like food that Croatian people eat. The Palestinian kebab is very similar to the Balkan kebab. And he would say, this is like the closest thing I can find to the food that I'm used to eating. So I was like, damn. So I started looking more and more into, Serbian food and Balkan food and all this. Like, it is very similar to Palestinian food. There are differences. I mean, they eat pork and things like that, but it's very, very similar. Bro lives in a bubble. I can't name a single Nickelback. Dude, because you're not American. You're not Canadian. I'm talking about North America here. When I have a bad day, I go to McDonald's. Absolutely. American moment right there. Absolutely, everybody. Here we go. How are you doing today? We're doing great. We're having a great stream. We're having fun. This is how we do our Friday nights, everybody. Blah, 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 blah. Let's watch some more of this bullshit. Everybody. Let's laugh some more at this bullshit.
See the schedule. There are some staple items. Everything.
By the way, this guy is Hungarian, and he looks like a psychopath. Let's listen to some more.
As is a surprise. Cologracco says this is the secret to growing as a chef and evolving as a restaurant. I love the bravery.
Wow. Amazing.
We arrive at the restaurant and are amazed at the beautiful 1930s.
Look at that view. Look at that. Those tables, everything about it. Wow, that's totally worth this price. 2,222 euros. Absolutely. Absolutely, everybody. Here we go.
The open kitchen takes the first floor, and the second floor is the dining area with that view.
This feels like a cult. This feels like they're about to throw me off out of the window. This feels like I'm gonna eat here, and then I'm gonna wake up, and then I'm gonna wake up with like zip ties around my wrists, and then they're gonna kill me in a sacrifice for the Grand Wizard in the back. It just feels like a cult, like the beginning of a Hollywood horror movie. That's what it feels like. We got some more Balkan discourse going on. So world peace we're getting there. It's listen, when a man walks 10,000 miles, he begins with one step. So we got Balkan people in the chat talking. This is good. This is great. Macedonian Croatian dialogue is what I'm looking for here. This is amazing. Here we go.
Cola Greco has a thing for nature, and wood is front and center in his dining room.
What the fuck?
Here they go
What did I
without
just see? What bullshit? What the hell is this? This is like a shirtless dude holding some flowers. They're like, oh, look at this amazing artwork. And look, there's a house plant. And look at that floor. That floor looks like it was made in like 1998 or something. Oh, and look at that artwork. Wow, a shirtless man holding flowers. So brilliant, guys. Amazing. I just feel, it's just so profound. I'm so inspired. Here, let's listen to some more.
And wood is front and center in
Wow.
his dining room. Here they go without the white tablecloths.
Wow.
It can be a sign that they are less formal
Wow.
and more personal.
Personal. That's what we're looking for. When we're getting scammed. Listen, when we are getting scammed, suckered, backstabbed, finessed, whatever terminology you want to use, I want to make sure that I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like taking a girl out to a date, you know, she needs to feel comfortable. When I am getting suckered and scammed, I want to feel comfortable and I want the atmosphere to be. This is why I say European scammers always win. They almost always win. Indian scammers need to take note here. They need to take note. Indian scammers are like, how come nobody is believing me? Because you don't got any class. You're calling up random people and say, I have a computer virus in your computer. I'm going to steal $1 million from your account. I'm going to steal all the money from your account, but you have to now. If you don't give me the $500, damn it, I'm going to steal all the money from your bank account. Like, that doesn't work with people. You got to scam people with a smile. Got to have a smile. See, Indian scammers need to take note Europeans have been scamming for a lot longer. That's the thing. Indians, they haven't been scamming people since before they were conquered by the British. So they need to take note. Take some notes from the Europeans, everybody. Learn from the best. Learn from the best. But like when I was in Italy, man, you ask for a cab in Italy, like, hey, I need a ride to get to my hotel. Where is your hotel? It's in the street, blah 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 over there. Oh, okay, I'll do it for you for 45 euro. 45 euro. That's a little too much. It's not that far away. 45 euro or nothing, man. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I do it for 45 euro. Like what? Yeah, 45 euro. That's a small time euro. The cab drivers of Italy, they're small time scammers. They're small time scammers. The big time scammers, they're in the Catholic Church. But here we go.
There is a lot of room too. We are mesmerized by this beautiful view of the sea. One of the servers from Argentina tells us he would be happy.
I've never seen windows before. You know, if I walk into a place like this, I'm just like, take my money. I've never seen windows in my life. Never. This is just a huge innovation that I've never beheld in my life with the gaze of my eyes.
To pull the blinds if we get bored of the view. I'm sure he says that to everybody, but his delivery was spot on.
His delivery was spot on because he's a master scammer. That's right. They know how to scam. See, when we think scammer, we think what? Indian, maybe Chinese, maybe Russian, gypsies, but we don't really ever, when we hear European, the last thing we think of is scammer. That's how good they are at scamming people. They're so good that you never associate them with scamming. That's a sign of a good scammer.
Gave us a good laugh. I'm happy to see the service that is light and carefree.
That's right.
Tell this attitude is baked right into the culture here at Mirazur. That's exactly how I like it.
That's right.
We go for the tasting menu for 300.
That looks like the same exact wine that I got from this bottle right here, by the way. $6. And they're charging you 1,000 euros for it. Let's look at the menu here. What do we got? Malabar spinach. Wow. Malabar spinach. Do you guys know what Malabar spinach is? Malabar spinach is a spinach that comes from the Caribbean. I've actually grown it a little bit, though not that successfully. It loves the summer heat. It's extremely easy to grow. Very easy to grow Malabar spinach. You just put some seeds in the ground right in the beginning of summer because it loves the heat. And then you have to give it a trellis so it can climb upwards because Malabar spinach grows in vines. And that's it. You just pluck the leaves off of it and you eat the leaves. And they're about the same size as spinach leaves. But the difference between the regular spinach that you're used to and Malabar spinach is that Malabar spinach is slimy. So it's slimy leaves. And it's super easy to grow. And the seeds are super cheap. You guys know where I'm going with this. So you go there for some Malabar spinach when you could probably go to some Caribbean restaurant and buy it for, whatever, $3 or something like that. I don't know what they would sell Malabar spinach, $5 for some Malabar spinach or something like that. And if you really want to get cheap, you can just grow it yourself, or you can buy it yourself for nothing. But over here, you're going to be spending how much money? How much money you're going to be spending? 2,222 euros. Wow. Amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. If I didn't have the disabilities, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you guys are talking about something else. That's here we go.
And 80 euros.
80 euros. Leafy vegetables. How much did he say it was? 80 euros?
We go for the tasting menu for 380 euros.
380 euros. What do we got here? Lettuce. Vermouth. Wow. Malabar spinach with onions. Wow. Hold on a second. Onions from Menton. These aren't just any onions, everybody. No. These aren't the onions that you're used to at McDonald's. Oh no. These are special. These are the special onions, everybody. The special onions, everybody. The special onions. These are onions desde Menton. Cebolla desde Menton, everybody. What else do we have here? Squid. Oh, wow. Squid. 380 euro. Absolutely. What else do we got? Catch of the day. Pigeon. Vanilla and fennel. Amazing. Theo, did you see how one of the Polish MPs extinguished? Yep, I saw that. Extinguished the menorah in the Polish parliament using... Yep. And that guy actually comes from a Jewish family, which leads me to believe that he wants to be accepted. I guess he hates the fact that he's Jewish, so he wants to be accepted. So he's like, let me show you how un-Jewish I am. Let me extinguish the flames on a menorah in the middle of Parliament for the entire world to see. Yeah. State-funded transport is dysfunctional. Blah 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 blah. Okay, here we go.
It started with the lovely tapas.
This is a scam. Like, this has to be a scam. Let's watch this again. 380 euros for vegetables. You guys believe that? What's 380 to USD? That's like, what, $400?
80 euros. It started with the lovely tapas with a nice...
Tapas, right. When I was in Spain, I went to a bar in Madrid. Guys, I bought a small glass of wine. The guy gave me the glass of wine, and then he gave me a plate of fried potatoes with the most delicious sweet Spanish pepper sauce I've ever tasted. And I was like, oh my God, dude, he gave me a plate of fried potatoes with this delicious Spanish sweet pepper sauce. And I was like, the first thing that I said was, I didn't order this. I said, I didn't order this. Spanish dude next to me says, you don't understand. Here in España, when you order a glass of wine, it is customary for them to give you a plate of papas fritas with the salsa grava. And I said, oh, so I'm not going to get charged. Nope, you don't get charged. See, Spain was a lot better than Italy. Everyone talks about Italy. No one talks about Spain. Spain is way better. I never got scammed in Spain. No one ever tried to screw me over. The prices were very, very reasonable in Spain. And the people there were very hospitable, like very, very hospitable. So... But I was like, wow, I never got. It was so delicious. Now, if I go to a restaurant like this and they're going to give me some these are the tapas. I was in Spain. I got a glass of wine and some tapas for free without charge. And what are they giving you here? Some leaves and some what? Some fried dough. Let's hear this.
Selection of fancy finger food. There were tartlets with cabbage and...
What the fuck is this? What is this? This is like the succulents that millennial women buy from Target. That's what these look like. These are succulents that millennial women buy. They go, I got my succulent. It dies. I don't know why. I don't water it. These are succulents. See, hold on. I'm amazed that somebody told me this. I went to Barcelona and it sucked. Here is the reason why. Because you were in Barcelona. Barcelona is not the same thing as Spain. See, here's the thing. Barcelona is in Catalonia. Catalonia is like, how do I put it this way? It's like what California is to America. It's not really America. Catalonia is not really Spain. It's technically a part of Spain, but it's not really a part of Spain. They don't speak Spanish. They speak Catalan. They are so insistent on people not speaking Spanish, even though how many people speak Catalan? Like literally less than 1% of the world, a decimal of 1% of the world's population speaks Catalan. And then you go to Catalonia and you're like, oh, ¿dónde está? And they're like, don't speak Spanish here. Dumbass. There's almost 1 billion people in the world who speak Spanish in this world. And you expect me to speak some bullshit Franco-Celtic language that almost no one in the world speaks? And then you get mad at me when I'm speaking Spanish in Spain? Fuck Catalonia, dude. That place is bullshit. That place is bullshit. And when I went to Spain, dude, they told me, they said everyone in Spain, every bar in Spain is going to give you free tapas. This is what the guy told me. The only part in Spain that doesn't do this is Catalonia. Why? Because Catalonia is in Spain. It's the bullshit region. They're freaking racist, and they're so stupid that they get mad at somebody for speaking Spanish in Barcelona when everyone in Spain speaks Spanish. Like, everyone in the freaking country speaks Spanish. Almost 1 billion people in the whole world speak Spanish, and they get mad because nobody knows their gay bullshit language. Explain that one to me. Plus, it's one of the gayest places in the world. They got the biggest gay freaking rally in all of Europe is in Barcelona. So, fuck Barcelona, okay? He had a Finkelstein moment, yeah. Polish MP. George Braun. Yeah, Braun is a Jewish last name, by the way. Braun is a Jewish last name. You know who else had the same last name as Braun? Hitler's girlfriend, Eva Braun. And they did genetic tests on Eva Braun. And you know what they found out? Hitler's girlfriend was Jewish. Hitler was banging a Jewish girl. The dude who killed more Jews than anyone in history was banging a Jewish chick. How was that for a mind screw? How was that for a mind fry? Yeah, wrap your heads around that one. Wrap your head around that one. Hilarious. Absolutely. It's not even funny. It's just crazy. Let's watch some more of this horse shit. Freaking, oh, look at this. We ate some succulents from Target. This is a freaking houseplant. This isn't food. I go to McDonald's. I get myself a Big Mac, a large fry, spicy chicken deluxe. And these bastards over there in Europe, they're giving me fucking succulents from Target. Here's some succulents here's a plant to gnaw. This is a house plant, damn it. Put this damn thing on a shelf and water it. Put it on a windowsill. Put it on a windowsill. What a bunch of horse shit. Let's listen to some more of this nonsense. Crap.
Mayonnaise. Chips of tapioca with
Bullshit.
tuna tartar.
What the fuck is this? This is tapioca. What is this, a rice cake? Oh, 480 for 2,000 euros, everybody. Let me rip you off. And all the idiots defending this bullshit. What are the comments? What are the comments for this nonsense? Let's hear some more. Look at these comments. I went from what's this guy named? Chad Nelson. Chad. A real Chad. I went from zero interest to being fascinated by fine dining thanks to you, Alexander. Your passion is genuine, and you do a fantastic job of communicating the deeper experiences that these wonderful restaurants are trying to convey. Wishing you well in 2023 from Canada. Oh, I'm not surprised. Man, you came out of nowhere on YouTube, and now I cannot get enough. Some of these places you've been to, I've had the pleasure of visiting, but you shine a whole new light on things I never really thought about. Greatly looking forward to your future. I don't know who writes this channel's scripts, but they are fantastic. Alexander's sequences throughout the whole experience are on point. His presence is straightforward, elegant, and yet he speaks such beautiful and careful words. I'm passionate about food like most of human beings, but this channel brings out a whole new aspects to the fine dining experience. YouTube offers very rarely such an artistic and masterful content nowadays. I can tell this person's language is not English. As an Argentinian, I always admired Maro and what he built in Mirazur. I'm super proud of him and what he and his team have achieved. I'm very happy and proud that you, Alejandro, had a great experience there. Love your content. Keep it up. Greetings from Buenos Aires. What a bunch of horseshit. Subway is better than McDonald's. Well, that's your opinion. Listen. Subway ain't bad. All right? I'm not going to bash you for that one. Subway ain't bad. I like their BLTs, man. They're not bad. They're not bad. Here we go. Let's see. Is there anything? Eat Jimmy the Greek? What's Jimmy the Greek? Don't eat McDonald's. Well, you're too late. That train has passed. We've all eaten McDonald's. I'm sorry to tell you. This channel is something else. I've been into fine dining videos for a long time, but the quality of such videos are... what the hell? Internet's acting weird. The quality of such videos... Where did it go? Disappeared. Damn it. The Hungarians must have hacked my computer. Hold on. Wait, where is it? Where'd it go? Here we go. This channel is something else. I've been into fine dining videos for a long time, but the quality of such videos are never seen anywhere else. 1 million subscribers coming really soon. Keep up the amazing job. So incredibly glad to see that you actually did a Mirazur video. Seeing the restaurant again brings back fond memories from my time there years ago. What stayed with me the most is, as you said, the incredible staff and service. You see that right there? You see that right there? I don't want to be scammed with some obnoxious Indian accent. Scam me with a smile, please. Just scam me with a smile. Here we go. Let's watch some more of this.
Pasta stuffed with spinach and Parmesan cheese.
Wow, some spinach and pasta. You know, it's amazing. I go to Costco, right? And I buy the spinach ravioli at Costco. I get 2 packs, 2 nice big portions of ravioli from Costco. Spinach. I read the ingredients of the spinach package. There's not a single chemical. It's all flour, it's spinach, it's cheese, different types of cheeses. There's not a single chemical in the Kirkland Costco spinach ravioli. Spinach and 3 cheese ravioli. Do you know how much I pay for 2 nice packets, 2 nice packages of spinach ravioli? No chemicals, completely organic. $6. 6 something. So just, let's round it off to $7. $7. That's it. You're paying over $2,000 for a bowl of spinach and something that looks like it looks like the matzah that they eat in the synagogue. This is the matzah. This is the unleavened bread that they eat in Passover in the Seder dinners in the synagogues. And you want to charge me over 2,000 plus euros for this? I mean, really? I'd rather have a can of Chef Boyardee. Absolutely. Give me a can of Chef Boyardee over this bullshit. At least I'm not getting scammed. Here we go.
Cannelé with sage and Comté cheese.
Oh, wow.
And the chair and the
Wow, a sage leaf. Amazing.
pan with cream of pork.
Another millennial woman houseplant. Oh, I got it at Target.
The chair and the pan with
Wow.
cream of pork.
Wow.
It was a nice way to open the meal. Then came the sharing bread.
A loaf of bread. Do you know how cheap it is to make bread? Do you know how cheap it is to make? Oh, but you're using special wheat. My friend, I literally bought a bag for like $2, 2 something of whole wheat flour. Because I like to bake my own bread. I don't like buying a lot of store-bought bread because there's too many chemicals in them. But I like to bake my own bread. I bought a bag of whole wheat flour from Target for like, 2 something, maybe $3. That was it. And it's a nice sized pack of flour. It's not that bad. And then you go to Costco and you buy yourself a 24, 25 pound sack of flour for $12. $12, my friend. Do you know how much freaking bread? Do you know how many loaves of bread you can make with that with the 25 pound bag? I mean, you can make enough bread that will last you for months. You just keep making bread. And then so you can get some cheap whole wheat flour, some cheap regular bread flour. You can mix them together to enhance the flavor and the texture. You can make a ton of loaves like this. They're charging people over 2,000 euros, and part of the meal is some loaf of bread. Dude, this loaf of bread cost them. Let me think. This loaf of bread cost them like at most $2. At most $2. And then they charge you tons. They're raking in huge profits. Here we go. Let's watch some more.
In our oven, down in our garden, but it's also a special moment for our chef Mauro Colagreco because it's the recipe of his grandmother.
So his grandma started the recipe, and that justifies the price because his grandmother. You don't understand. Her grandmother was the wisest woman in the world. Her wisdom transcended the wisdom of the Americano. Americano wisdom could not even come close to the wisdom of Alejandro's grandmother. And that's why you pay big money, everybody. That's why.
Soft and delicious. It's served with his signature lemon-infused olive oil. We also had this crown of cetus, topped with stracciatella cheese and caviar. It was
What is the big deal about caviar that they charge so much money for this crap? It's an abortion. You're eating an abortion. This is some poor fish got caught from the sea. Now, not only did they kill the poor fish, they forced the fish to have an abortion. You're eating an abortion. That's what you're eating. Caviar is an abortion. You're eating aborted fish fetuses. And they want to charge you an arm and a leg for it to eat an abortion. Let's watch some more.
fresh, crisp, and acidic. I really like this one.
Wow.
The second course was a beautiful presentation.
Some leaves and some dressing, salad dressing. Wow. Amazing, guys. I've never seen this before in my life. Leaves on a plate with some dressing. I could literally make something like this in my own house.
Of Salanova lettuce with vermouth sauce.
Wow.
Next,
More leaves. More leaves with little tiny baby onions. So aborted baby onions with some Malabar spinach that caught these leaves here. This is not even $1. These leaves are not even worth $1. Guarantee you, these leaves are not even worth $1. It's so easy to grow Malabar spinach. This is like 2 cents worth of leaves and some little baby onions here on the side. This whole dish is probably worth like $3 because of the onions and whatever green stuff they put around it. This is a scam. This is just an absolute scam.
for a salad with a great dressing that complemented the greens. It's creamy, balanced, and really nice. The squid filled with spinach and Swiss chard in a green tea sauce.
All right, Swiss chard is cheap. It's nothing. Swiss chard, it's not expensive. How much? What else is in this bullshit?
The squid filled with spinach and Swiss chard in a green tea sauce.
Spinach is nothing. Green tea sauce. So basically, they just took green tea and mixed it with something else, and then they reduced it, or they took green tea leaves and mixed it with olive oil. Either way, this does not justify the price that they're asking for. It's complete horseshit. The whole thing with squid, let me tell you guys something. When I was in Spain, I was eating squid that was caught fresh from the sea for nothing, like 3 or 4 euros. Nothing. Fried squid, as small as these squids, by the way. Little small squids, deep fried for nothing. Nothing. Freshly caught from the sea. And here they are in Spain charging people thousands of dollars for bullshit like this, guys. It's a scam. I remember when I was in Spain going to the grocery store, they would charge you for a giant bag of freshly caught shrimps, like $1 something, guys. It was so ridiculously cheap. This is such a scam. Let's hear some more.
This was interesting. The flavor combinations here were really exciting, and textures were surprising.
Amazing. Wow. This guy's a liar. Oh, look, 4 raviolis. That's $100 right there for 4 raviolis.
Next was the ravioli with goat cheese and mushrooms.
Goat cheese.
Classic, traditional, comfort food.
Here's 4 raviolis, everybody. I'm going to charge you 200 euro because it's for the experience. Ted, you don't understand. That is the very last baby colossal squid. That's why it costs so much. They exterminated a species for you to eat. Wow. Amazing. Squid is not fully cooked. Yeah, it looks kind of raw. I won't eat anything with tentacles. I agree. It's just weird. I ate it, though, when I was in Spain. I'm not going to lie. Deep fried squid, it was a little bit weird, dude. I'm eating the squid, and I can feel the tentacles in my teeth. It's just kind of weird. Squid that still looks like squid that like they washed up on the ocean somewhere. No, yeah, it died in an oil spill, everybody. This is Obama's Louisiana oil spill calamari, everybody. Those ravioli would get stuck in my teeth. There's like 4 raviolis. They want to charge you $1,000. Because there's flowers on it. That's why. There's flowers. But there's this. Look at the mushrooms, dude. The mushrooms cost a lot of money.
Perfectly cooked.
Hold on. What's the mushrooms?
Next was the ravioli with goat cheese and mushrooms.
Mushrooms are freaking cheap, everybody. Even like what's the mustard? What's the mushrooms that everybody thinks is expensive? Shishida. What's it called? Shishishima. Those Japanese mushrooms. Even those are not that expensive. Guys, you can literally go to Whole Foods and you can buy the Shida mushrooms, whatever they call themselves, for it's not even that expensive. And here they are charging an arm and a leg. They're making big profit for this. It's hilarious. It is freaking hilarious. BP oil spill squid. That's right. The Obama Louisiana oil spill squid. Washed up from the shores of Louisiana. Shiitake. That's right. Shiitake mushroom. You can buy it at Whole Foods. It's not that expensive. Goat cheese. Goat cheese is delicious, by the way. But goat cheese is not that expensive either. It's not that expensive, guys. Shiitake mushrooms. Yep. Ted, you don't understand. Okay, I already read this. Blah, 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 BP oil spill. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, here we go.
Classic, traditional.
It's a freaking scam. I go to Costco. I buy the 2 packs of spinach raviolis for $6. $6 to get 2 whole meals out of it. They're charging you literally an arm, and they're charging you like more than half of what the average person makes in a month for this bullshit. I mean, come on, this is just a scam.
Comfort food, perfectly cooked.
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
And was the fillet of savorin with sake
Wow.
sauce.
Wow.
The
A piece of
sweet fruity
fish.
notes of the sake went really well with the salty seafood.
A piece of fish. Wow.
At this point, I'm happy. Everything was going perfectly.
I'm happy. I'm getting scammed with a
And
smile.
I was loving my experience so far.
The
There's
experience. You see that? Because when you say, how can everybody pay for all this bullshit? They'll say, you're paying for an experience, everybody.
something rare happened. They gave me a glass of red wine on the house.
I know what I'm
Understanding
so sick and tired of hearing about this red wine bullshit, guys. I went to Italy and I tasted the wine there. I tasted the wine there, guys. It tastes just like the cheap shit wine you buy at your local grocery. You go to Walmart, you buy the same thing for $6. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's complete horse shit, okay? You go to Walmart, you pay $6, you get something like this. It comes from Italy, $6. It gets you drunk. Why do people drink wine? Let's be real here. It's the same reason why people drink Miller Lite. People shit on Miller Lite all the time. Miller Lite is garbage beer, blah, 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 blah. Really? Really? Do you know what Miller Lite does when you drink it? Miller Lite is amazing. It's just like Keystone Light. Keystone Light, one of the best beers ever. I love Keystone. Everyone's like, oh, the best beer in the world is some German shit. Some German name that I can't even pronounce properly. The best beer in the world is a Vorsteiner. These Americans who think they're so smart. They think they're so clever. The best beer in the world is a Vorsteiner. Volsteiner. It comes directly from Dresden, Germany, made with grilled barley seeds, grilled barley grains, and it goes all the way back to a peasant recipe in the Middle Ages. During the 30 Years' War, that was in the Middle Ages. During the 100 Years' War, some French peasants fled to Germany, and then they introduced this idea. You see, then the English came, and the English burned. You see, there was this recipe. The French people made it when they were in Germany. The Germans were like, what's going on? The Frenchies came out and they're like, dude, we've been fighting for almost 100 freaking years with these damn English people. What's going on? If Frenchies moved over to Germany, the Germans were just drinking beer, chilling, nothing's happening. They're like, I heard the Frenchies and the English people, they're like killing each other over there. And the Frenchies are like, man, let me go over there to Germany and hang out because they're chill. I just want to calm down. So the Frenchies go over there. Then the English came and they burned down a whole village. What they didn't know was that they burned down the grains. They took the grains that were burned, fermented them, and then they came out with a German beer. So it's burnt freaking grain. That's why German beer tastes kind of burnt. So everyone's like, the best beer is the Vorsteiner. That's the best beer. Or like, the best beer in the world is some beer that comes from a monastery in Belgium. Some like pedophiles run it or something like that. Like, no, dude, what is the point of beer? Beer doesn't taste that great. Let's be real here. Okay, what is the point of beer? What is the point of wine? The only reason why you drink wine is to get your ass drunk. It's to get lit. That is the only reason why you drink wine. Is to get lit. Is to get drunk. That's the buzzed up. That is the only reason why. Oh, that's not true. I appreciate the little hints of flavor that comes from the air of Tuscany and the air of France and blah 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 blah. That's not the reason why I drink. What? No, dumbass. Bullshit. When I go to the beer section at Target, they say non-alcoholic beer. Who's buying non-alcoholic beer? Mormons. That's who's buying non-alcoholic beer. Mormons, all right? Mormons are drinking non-alcoholic beer. Who the hell is Mormon? Almost nobody is Mormon. No one's buying that shit except for people who follow Joseph Smith, and those guys are scammed anyway. The reason why, listen, if I told you I have some non-alcoholic wine, has the best flavors, very good flavor, but it's non-alcoholic, who's going to drink that shit? Mormons. And you're not Mormon. You're not Mormon, so you're not drinking it. So why do people drink wine? It's to get drunk. The only reason why people drink beer or they drink wine is to get at least buzzed up. They want to get lit. That's it. So if that's the reason why, then why in the hell are you spending so much money on a beer where you can get for the same exact effect that you can get for very, very cheap? Just by buying a Coors Light, a Miller Lite, or a Miller High Life, or a Coors Banquet, or whatever, a Miller, or a light beer, a Michelob Light, things like that. Why? Oh, I spend so much money on this expensive beer. Why do you spend that much money on the beer? Well, you want to get lit off of it, right? You want to get buzzed off of it, right? Okay, well, you can get buzzed off. The buzz doesn't change. If I drink an expensive beer versus drinking a Miller High Life or a Keystone Light, which is like the cheapest beer in America, the buzz is the same. The taste might be a little bit different, but the buzz is the same exact thing. The psychological effect is the same exact thing. Same thing with wine. I can drink a really expensive wine. I can drink a bottle of wine that was made back when Napoleon was walking the earth. The buzz is the same freaking thing. The only reason why the bottle that was bottled up when Napoleon was walking the earth is more appealing than the $6.99 bottle that some Southern women in Alabama are buying is because of the fact that it was bottled when Napoleon was walking the earth. That is the only reason why it is more popular than the wine that Southern women in Mississippi buy. That is the only reason why. Other than that, it's the same shit. It's all psychological. The buzz is the exact same. So why are you spending so much money for a buzz that you can buy for $6, $5, $4? Go to Trader Joe's, by the way. Trader Joe's. Dude, I don't know how it is now. I haven't been there in a while. I went to Trader Joe's years ago. Dude, $1 bottle of wine. $1 bottle of wine imported from Argentina. Not exaggerating. It's the same shit, everybody. It's the same garbage. Oh, this wine was around when Hitler was walking the earth. This wine was around when Obama was the president. What's the big freaking deal? This bottle of wine does the same shit. Let's listen to some more of this bullshit, everybody.
I'm a wine lover. They predicted I would want a red wine with the next course. And they were right. They took my experience and made it even better.
I love how this guy can act like he's not... I love how he can act that it's not a scam. I love how he can just smile and act super comfortable as if this is not a scam. It's almost like he's in on the scam. Some beers are stronger than liquors. The alcohol level, yes, absolutely. Most beers are not that strong, but there are some beers that are very, very high in alcohol. The beer that I make is super high in alcohol, by the way. But you know what? Do you know how much... Listen, making my own beer and making my own alcohol made me realize just how much they're overpricing beer and wine. I make my own beer. I make my own damn beer. And it is so cheap. It is like 8 cents a bottle. That's how much it actually costs me to make my own beer. 8 cents a bottle. That's it. I calculate it. It's about 7 or 8 cents more or less. So you go to the store and you're paying like $12 for a 6-pack beer. It's overpriced, guys. They're making big profit off of that. They're making huge profit. That's why when I buy beer, I like to buy like Miller High Life, Coors Light, Michelob Light, or if I'm really feeling cheap, I get myself a Keystone Light. Keystone Light beer is really good, by the way. It's people shit on it. It's actually really good. They give you big ass bottles. It gets you lit. It does the job. That's all that really matters. You drink it on a Friday night, on a cold winter's evening. Ooh, it's like Christmas magic, everybody. Ooh, it's like Christmas magic. Polish beer Kropalko has 9.0% alcohol. That's pretty damn good. Dude, and the beer I make has super high alcohol because I leave it in the bottles for like 90 days. not even longer than like 3 or 4 months. I'll leave it in the bottles. And it tastes so damn good. The flavor is amazing. And the alcohol levels are just freaking insane, dude. You drink a couple cups of it, you're like out. Only beers I drink now are ginger beer. Ginger beer is good. I like ginger beer. Zion Etzion Khalil is great wine from Israel. Wow, amazing. Are you from Israel, by the way? I drink local beers and taste nice. Oh, nice. Polish beer, Kropako. Okay, I should buy some Israeli wine next time. Israeli wine is really good. I've tried some of Israeli wine. It's not bad. I'm drinking no 6 of Bud Ultra. Doesn't bother me. Okay, awesome. Mogen David wine. Yes, I have drinking this before. It is good. I used to buy my girlfriend Keystone Light. She loved it. Keystone beer is really good. It's super cheap and it's a good beer. It does the job. And they give it to you in this big ass can and it's super cheap, everybody. It does the job. And you get those nice big tall cans. That's what I love. Let's hear some more of this asshole from Hungary. Let's hear some more of this.
And they were right. They took my experience and made it even better.
Wow.
The main course was pigeon, marinated with a sea plant, harvested from the sea.
Pigeon. Oh my God. They got a billion of those shitting all over the streets of New York. And here they're charging you $1,000 for a pigeon. Oko Chim Mochnet, 10% also Polish beer. Awesome. Awesome. I wish we had Polish beer here in the American market.
Treat. The meat was moist and succulent, and giving it some kick was the yuzu sauce on the
That looks like a damn pigeon took a shit in a bowl. Let's watch some more.
side. Yuzu is a tiny Japanese citrus fruit. It kind of looks like
By the way, these yuzu lemons, they grow all over Australia. They're seen as a weed in Australia. They grow everywhere. So yuzu lemons are free in Australia. Here they are charging you $1,000 for a yuzu lemon. It's just bullshit.
an ugly lemon. It grows green and ripens to yellow and has an exotic flavor profile of sweet, sour and tart. Chefs can use it to add zing to everything, from dressing to desserts. After the main course, we often see a cheese trolley in the fine dining.
Wow.
And here,
Wow, cheese. Wow, I've never seen this before. What's that? What's cheese? I've never seen that before, ever. What's going on?
Mirazur was no different. It was full of amazing top quality cheeses from
Wow.
artisans in the area and the range of bread.
Yeah, I gave you some, what were those things that they used to give you as a kid when you went on a field trip back in elementary school? What was it? Lunchables? I gave you some cheese, some slices of cheese in your Lunchable. That'll be $1,000. Here's a Lunchable, $1,000. Yeah, I'm gonna give you some slices of cheese. This is not worth the price they're asking for, by the way. It's just horse shit. You can buy this at the grocery store. You'll notice if you actually went out of your way to buy this cheese at the grocery store, you'll notice why. You'll notice why it's a scam.
From soft and tangy to heavy and nutty. The leafy theme.
I have to laugh at this one. I'm sorry. Pigeon fresh from the New York train station. Oh, that's great. Look at this. What is this horse shit? What is this? Cheese? Okay, I got the cheese. Got it.
From soft and tangy.
Here's some more cheap bread that we're overpricing. Okay, here we go. What did I say? $12 for a 25-pound sack of flour, and for like $2 something, you get yourself a bag of whole wheat flour from Target. Yep, and then we're gonna overprice it.
To heavy.
I'm in the wrong business. I should not be streaming. I should not be here right now. I should not be here on a Friday night talking to strangers locked in the Matrix over here. I should be running a restaurant. I should be running a restaurant, baking cheap-ass bread, and telling people it's my grandmother's recipe so I can overprice the shit out of it and take a lot of money from the customers. I am in the wrong business, everybody. Inflation rate. I am in the wrong bit. I should not be here right now. I should be in a New York City restaurant, scamming people, telling people that this food transcends their understanding, and that's why I have to overprice it. I'm in the wrong business.
And nutty.
Wow.
The leafy theme still continues. The desserts really showcase the chef's master of temperature, flavor.
What the fuck was this?
Continues.
What is this, dill? Do you know how cheap dill is? You go to the grocery store and you buy these little sprigs of dill. They're charging you like $2 for it. It's such horseshit. Dude, dill is like the easiest plant on earth to freaking grow, by the way. It is so easy. Go watch my latest garden video, my winter garden video. You can see my dill plants. It is so easy to grow dill. It is the easiest vegetable on earth to grow. There is nothing easier than dill. Nothing. There is literally the closest thing I can think of to dill in the sense of how easy it is to grow is radish. Radish and dill. If there is two vegetables in the world that no one can screw up growing, it's those two, dill and radish. And they're both very, dill is one of the most delicious things you can ever eat. I love dill. You get some dill, you cut it up, put it into salad, absolutely delicious. Put it in some sour cream, make some dill sauce, serve it with a little bit of fish. It is absolutely amazing. Dill is one of those herbs that just get very, very underappreciated, but damn it, it grows like grass. And if you grow yourself enough dill, allow it to flower, allow it to go to seed naturally, and then let it self-seed, the next year you'll have double the amount of dill that you grew the year before. And it just keeps on growing. Allow dill to self-seed itself, my friends. You will have dill probably every year. It's like a weed. It'll become a weed. It grows everywhere. It's amazing. It tastes amazing, and it's super cheap. I mean, you buy a bag of dill seed for $1.23, $1.09, something like that. You just throw it in the ground during the fall or in the early spring. You water it, and bam, you got yourself a bunch of dill. It grows very fast. You can put it in salads, like I said. Put it in your borscht, in your soup. Put it in sour cream. Make dill sauce out of it for your fish. Make tartar sauce out of it, dude. It is just an amazing herb to grow. It's one of the most beautifully tasting herbs in the world, but it is so damn easy to grow. Like I said, you buy $1 for seed, you plant it in the ground, let it self-seed by itself, and the next year you will have another yield of dill to enjoy. Once you grow dill, more than likely it's going to grow every single year, unless you have like some freakish winter or freakish weather that kills it. But it is unbelievable how easy it is to grow. And if you were to sell it, dill it should be super cheap. Given how easy it is to grow dill, it should be super cheap to sell dill. This is bullshit. So they got some dill leaves on like little slices of something, like I don't know what that is, fennel bulb or something like that. Like this is bullshit. Anyway, I love the winter garden. I'm really glad you like it. I love gardening. I think everybody with a backyard should garden. Even if you have like a little apartment balcony, you should be gardening. You should be growing some herbs. People scam all day, every day. That's right. It's funny how most of history that artisan bread was seen as peasant food. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That artisan bread was seen as garbage peasant food. Do you know what else was seen as peasant food? Garlic was seen as peasant food. Now garlic is seen as like prerequisite ingredient for every dish. Bacardi was seen as the poor man's liquor. Now it's like $75 a bottle or something like that. It's just amazing how things change. Food prices because of inflation. Okay, blah blah blah. The forest pigeon is delicious. I've had a quail before. Quail tastes pretty good. I love the winter. Okay, strangers locked in the Matrix. That's right. Mirazur, the name of the restaurant, it sounds like a combination of two words in their Slavic language, mir, peace, and fart of peace. Mirazur, mira also sounds like merde in Spanish, which means shit. So I call it mirdazur. All right, let's do this. Blue shit, mirdazur, blue shit. That's what that means in Spanish.
To really showcase the chef's master of temperature, flavor, and presentation. This is a really progressive way to end our beautiful lunch.
Aquatic mint ice cream. Bonbon.
Ice cream. I've never seen this before. What a delicacy. This thing called vanilla ice cream. A bowl of vanilla ice cream. What a delicacy, everybody. I've never seen this in my life. Listen, I am so rich and so wealthy, guys. When I see a bowl of ice cream, I just automatically think how elite and how superior I am to everybody else because I can take a scoop of ice cream, put it on a bowl and eat it. That is how rich I am, everybody. I feel so amazing. I feel so far above these damn plebeians who cannot eat ice cream because they can't afford it. That's how amazing this restaurant is. Absolutely justifies the price of 2,000 plus euros. I'll tell you guys a funny story. At McDonald's, they sell you a scoop of vanilla ice cream for very, very cheap. I am not joking. At the McDonald's that I usually go to, there was a black manager. This guy was the best manager in the world. He was a black guy. He was the manager at the McDonald's that I like to go to. Black dude, this guy was the best manager ever. Best manager I have ever freaking seen. He was such a good manager, this guy. He took care of that restaurant like it was his own damn house. He was so good. He was super nice to the customers. He would always crack jokes with the customers. He was really, really good at what he did. And it was so amazing. I never forget it. I once saw this little white boy walk up to the register, and the black dude, he had his back towards the register and he was doing some work, right? And this white kid was like, "Hey, mister, how much does it cost for a scoop of ice cream?" I'll never forget it, dude. It was like a scene from a movie. Black manager. It's like a scene from, it's like a Denzel Washington moment. Black manager. His back is towards the kid, right? Like this. His back is like this, right? White kid comes and says, "How much does it cost for a scoop of ice cream?" Black guy turns around. He goes, he puts his hand on the counter like that. He looks at this young boy and he goes, he smiles like that, like Denzel Washington. He goes, "Nothing." It was like a scene from a Denzel Washington movie. He just turns around and gracefully, perfectly executed the most perfectly expressed nothing I have ever heard in my life. He goes, "Nothing." And the boy goes, "Really?" He goes, "That's right, young man." And he just put a scoop of ice cream on an ice cream cone and just gave it to him for free. I was like, dude, this is the nicest manager I've ever seen in my life. He was such a good guy. He was such a great guy. I loved going to McDonald's because of him. It was so great. It was so great. He's like, "Nothing." And dude, you can get yourself a scoop of vanilla ice cream at McDonald's, and if the manager is nice enough, he'll give it to you for free. And these people are like, "Here is a scoop of vanilla ice cream for 80 euros. Here we go, guys. Let's watch more of this scam.
White chocolate and absinthe. Bowl of truffle and powder of vervein. Jelly of lemon and thyme. And tartelette of sage.
Wow, sage. Do you know how cheap it is to grow sage? Sage is one of the easiest herbs to grow in the world. The most difficult herb, here is from my experience, the most difficult herb in the world to grow is parsley. I know that sounds weird, but it's difficult. Like parsley, 80 gyros. Yeah. Parsley it has its challenges. It's not the most difficult thing in the world to grow, but in the world of herbs, it has its challenges. Because the thing about parsley is that it's super sensitive to heat. It does not like heat, but it also does not like super cold temperatures. So you have to wait for the temperature to get right in between cold and hot, just like perfect temperature. Put the seeds in the ground, water it every day, and it grows really fast. But the problem with parsley is that once it gets warm, it starts to diminish in quality. So it has its challenges. Sage, on the other hand, can grow in moderately cold temperatures, but it can also grow in somewhat hot temperatures as long as it has some shade. The thing about sage is it's super easy to grow and it's super cheap to grow. Go to your local garden store, your local garden nursery, buy yourself a couple sage plants, plant them in the ground, take care of them, water them, give them a little bit of fertilizer once every blue moon or so. And let me tell you guys something. That sage is going to grow back almost every year. Okay, I've had the same sage plants that I've had for years. They grow back every spring and they stick around. And they have enough shade, they can endure through a good summer. It is such bullshit. Here's some sage. It's the easiest herb in the world to grow. So basically, you got to be in California to grow. No, you can grow it anywhere. You just have to know the right moment. So if you live in a place that has very harsh winters, wait for the early spring to come. Grow your parsley so that for the spring, going into the early half of summer. The first half of summer, you can enjoy parsley. Once it gets hot enough, once the summer kind of kicks in and the temperatures really increase, then the parsley, it's not going to die, but it's going to start to flower. The leaves are going to turn bitter. And then that's when you want to just allow the plant to go to flower and then go to seed. What I like to do is I like to harvest some of the parsley seeds and then allow the plant to seed itself. So that way, the next year, I'm going to have a bunch of parsley plants popping up by themselves. In the world of gardening, we call this volunteer plants. We call these volunteer plants. I have a lot of parsley plants. I didn't really show this in my garden video. Well, I did, but I didn't specify. A lot of the parsley plants in my backyard were from self-seeding, like literally just allowing the parsley plants to do their own thing, live their own lives, go up to flower. I didn't uproot them. I didn't get rid of them because I want to come to the point where my weeds are my food. That's one of my goals. All right. That's one of my gardening goals. It's actually one of my life goals. I want to come to the point where I can just go outside and see, oh shit, there's some parsley popping up randomly. I'm going to eat some of that. Got some dandelion popping up, got some fennel popping up. Like, and the way that you do this is to just allow nature to do its thing. So many gardeners, when they grow food, they just uprooting everything, killing everything. Let nature do its damn thing. Let nature do its damn thing. Plants go to seed. Allow at least one, if you have a bunch of parsley plants, allow at least one plant to go to flower, to go to seed by itself, and just self-seed. So that way next year, you got a bunch of parsley plants that you didn't even grow. And those seeds are completely conditioned to the atmosphere of your yard, so they require very, very little maintenance. They're not very demanding. I love gardening. Me too. I think it's a hobby that everyone should take to whatever limit they have. Let me see here. Sounds like a commercial. It does sound like a commercial. That black manager, he was one of the best managers I've ever seen, dude. He was such a good manager. McDonald's really is the greatest. It is. It's amazing. It's a place where dreams come true. It's just an amazing place. I still can't believe vanilla cake from America. Can't imagine all desserts before 1500 were flavored with honey, cinnamon, and cardamom. Amazing. Yep, medieval cooking. Old world cooking is amazing. Oxtail, peasant food, blah, blah, blah. That's right. They eat it in Jamaica all the time. Anyone has any idea how to tag the Israeli guy? I think you just hit the @ button and the guy's name. I'm not entirely sure. Dill is very common Slavic spice. That's correct. They put it in borscht. They put it in the mayonnaise. They put it in everything over there. What else do we got here? Does microgreens work for growing in greenhouses in summertime? I think so, because in summertime, in the peak of summer, it can be really harsh. The sunlight can be so harsh that seedlings really can't survive being underneath open sunlight, because the sun rays actually will burn them to a crisp. So if you're in a greenhouse in summertime, I think it'll work. I'm not entirely certain. I think it really just depends on like how harsh the temperatures are. But microgreens, I mean, you could grow that if you have like a grow station in your house. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is, you can grow microgreens. The problem with microgreens is that I've never done it myself, but the problem that I see, and the reason why I don't like to grow microgreens, is because it's a one harvest. That's it. So you put the seeds in the ground, these little seedlings come out, and then you commit an abortion. You're killing baby plants. You're eating them supposedly because they're really high in nutrition. But I just don't see what the purpose of growing and eating microgreens are. Well, I don't see what the benefit is, because you put the seeds in the ground, you wait for everything to germinate, and then the poor damn things are growing, and then you just cut them, you decapitate them like you just cut their heads off, and then you eat them, and then the problem is they don't grow back. So then you have to grow a new set of microgreens to eat more microgreens. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I would much rather just allow the plants to mature, grow a whole lot of leaves, grow real mature leaves, because when you're eating microgreens, you're actually not eating the real leaves of the plants. You're eating the pre-leaves that precede the formation of the real leaves of the plants, right? So I would much rather just allow the plants to formulate their real leaves, grow, mature nicely, and then I can harvest their leaves. With any leafy green vegetable, be it chard, arugula, kale, it doesn't matter. When you cut the leaves, they grow new leaves. And that way I can get multiple yields in the fall, in the winter, and in the springtime, and before the plants go to seed. So I get way more yield. I get way more for my time and money allowing plants to mature than I would if I just did microgreens. Microgreens, I think, is just, I honestly think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of seed. I think it is a huge waste of seed to do microgreens. I am very much so against the idea of microgreens. I do not like the idea of microgreens. If you want to do it, then, all power to you. I would never do it. It's just silly to me. You put the seeds in the thing. You don't allow the seeds to mature. You're not getting you're not getting really any yield except for one yield out of the plants. You don't even allow the plants to seed themselves so you can get more plants out of it. What benefit are you getting out of it? Oh, it's like super high nutrition. I have difficulty. That to me is not worth doing what people do when they grow microgreens. All right. I just wanted to say, Ted, I got a kick out of watching you play Total War. Get some infantry, some spearmen, some knights. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm still playing that game. By the way, Medieval 2 is the greatest game I've ever played. If I was in prison and I could only play one game for the rest of my life in my prison cell, it would be Medieval 2. I have to limit how much I play this game, because when I start playing, I can't stop. Even though I suck, The game is that good. It's an amazing game, and it was made in 2006, guys. I want and transfer them to Greenhouse, blah, blah, blah. Disneyland ain't the happiest place in the world. That's McDonald. That's correct. That's correct. Let's watch some more of this bullshit.
Enjoy.
Now for the drinks. In keeping with the laid-back style, Wacom champagne is served with white and rosé by the glass. 3
Rosé, come on. You can buy a bottle of rosé at Costco for $6. All right, what's more? Let's listen to some more of this bullshit.
pairings are offered with the food, one based on local wineries, one with the selection of natural wines, and one with a nice French selection. And if you're also looking for something
If it's French, it's automatically good, right? You guys don't know that. I'm shocked that you guys don't know that if something is French, it's automatically good.
really special, you can ponder the difference between 2 Drapia champagnes from 2008. One aged in
2008, a very good year. But you know what? I got a bottle from 2022. Yeah, doesn't beat 2008.
and the
By the way, 2008 was the year that I graduated high school. Yeah, I'm an old man.
other aged on the bottom of the sea. Wine aged in the sea is a new concept. In 2010, a shipwreck from the 19th century with hundreds of bottles of champagne was discovered in the Baltic Sea. Many of them were drinkable, and they turned out to be really good.
Wow. So the bottles were fermented, the bottles of wine fermented underneath the ocean, and that means they're superior. Yeah, I totally believe that. Because they're under the ocean, of course. Just throw some bottles in a pool, and yeah, I mean, they're obviously superior wines.
Save the temperature, pressure, and gentle sway on the seafloor, age the wine to perfection. That's when submarine wine was born. Today, winemakers around the world are experimenting with aging wine underwater.
It's a great scam. This wine aged underneath the ocean. It was around when Napoleon's boat was around on the ocean, and some Nazi U-boats went around it. So it justifies the price.
It's really better. I wanted to find out for myself. I just enjoyed the game of finding the differences. And now for my final thoughts on Mirazur. The space. It's not the typical 3 Michelin star experience. It's casual, relaxing, and with this view, you will not be in a hurry to leave. The food
I would feel like such a clown if I went to this restaurant. Honest to God, I would feel like such a clown. Dude, I can go to McDonald's, like I said, Big Mac, French fries, spicy chicken deluxe. I feel satisfied. I'm out. I feel good. I go to this restaurant, dude, I'm feeling like a clown. I'm like, man, I just paid over $2,000 to eat a fucking succulent. To eat a fucking houseplant. What a schmuck. Yeah.
food was outstanding. One of the best of the bests. The service is direct, intelligent, and humorous.
Intelligent, right? Unlike those damn employees at McDonald's, these people are so intelligent.
I love this kind of energy. The
That's
brilliant
right.
sommelier and the hilarious server.
That woman, by the way,
One of the best of the bests. The service is direct, intelligent,
intelligent, right? Because the people who work at McDonald's are not intelligent.
and humorous. I love this kind of energy. The brilliant sommelier
This woman, by the way, this is the typical Spanish female face. This is how, when you go to Spain, most of the women that you see, they have this face. And the face ain't bad, but this is how they look like. I'm just letting you guys know. And she's, you know what? I'm not gonna judge the person, but this is how they look.
and the hilarious server from Argentina. They have a talent for building a bridge between two strangers and bringing out the best in you.
I mean, you might as well just go to Five Guys. Five Guys, I think, is kind of overpriced, but man, let me tell you, at least in Five Guys, you get a lot of French fries, and you're stuffed when you walk out of there. So yeah, I mean, listen, if I want to go to an expensive place, I'm gonna go to Five Guys. Yeah, I've only been there a couple times though.
Every restaurant at the Michelin star level has a complex system to organize everything. It's like a factory and you are a guest inside this big machine. It's a place where the service can be mechanical and the servers are like big robots. They act friendly, but it's not real. It's programmed. I have seen enough of this program kindness. At Mirazur in
Wow,
this big
they're nice to me, and they're really good at faking it. They're really good at faking nice to me. So that's why I feel justified paying for this bullshit. She looks kind of Middle Eastern. She does. You're right. Absolutely. Yeah, you see a lot of Middle Eastern women with this kind of look. That's because Spain was under the occupation, or Spain. People say that Spain was under the control of Muslims for 800 years. That's not entirely the truth. When you actually read about the Reconquista, what you'll find is that it went down pretty much like this. So let's look at the example of Valencia, just for an example. So Valencia was once under the control of Moors. Then the Spanish came and retook it from the Moors. And then the Moors came back and retook it from the Spanish. And the Spanish came back and retook it. And the Moors came back and retook it again. So it was like tug of war. So it really wasn't so much an occupation as it was just a war. Like the idea that Spain was under the occupation for 800 years, it really conveys this image that it was like what the West Bank is to Israel. Like it was just under occupation for 800 years and the Muslims were ruling it for 800 years. That is not true. Actually read about the reconquest of Spain. You'll find out that it went back and forth. It was 800 years of just war. It was 800 years of territories being taken by the Moors and then being retaken by the Spanish, and the Moors taking it back and the Spanish taking it back. It was just 800 years of absolute fighting and bloodshed. And that's what it was, right? There really wasn't an 800-year occupation. Like, it was under the control of the Muslims for 800 years. That is not really the case. That's like a half truth. It's not even a half truth because it's not even true. There was just a war that lasted for 800 years in which the Muslims and the Spanish were just taking territory back from each other over and over again. My family is the Porta Benveniste is one family that supported Muslim invasion of Spain. Hot damn. Looks like that show Westworld. Europe, where in order to have food customer service, you only have to pay $1,000 for a stick of bread. That's correct. That's right. That's right. They're very good at scamming in Europe. Let me tell you something. In Italy, they're so good at scamming. You go to an Italian restaurant in Italy, they're giving you breadsticks that you don't even order. You're like, oh wow, this is like compliments to the customer, right? No. This is just us scamming you because we'll charge you €9 and we'll put it on the bill after the fact that you've eaten it. After the fact of you eating it. Passive aggressive. She looks kind of Middle Eastern. Yup. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, but the reason why some Spaniards look Middle Eastern is because there was a lot of Moors who were there and they were rapists. So that's the reason why. I'm sure not all of them were rapists, but I'm certain that a lot of them were rapists. So let's play some more.
Big machine, you feel like a human being.
Wow, I have to feel like, so I got to pay over €2,000 to feel like a human being in a subpar building with a woman with a giant nose as big as the cheap French fries that I could be getting at a fast food joint. Wow, ingenious, amazing.
Managed to add emotion and humor to make the whole thing come alive. This place is Mirazur to the top. They are experts in hospitality.
Wow.
The best in my life. What is the difference
The
between
best in my life. And I'm pretty certain that you left that restaurant somewhat hungry. If I leave a restaurant somewhat hungry, guess what? I ain't going back to that restaurant. I got to feel satisfied.